In today's scripture, we'll be hearing more about the prophet Elijah. The story of Elijah comes from the books of 1st and 2nd Kings. Now, at this point in history, Israel has King Ahab and Queen Jezebel, who aren't 100% consistent about worshipping the God of Israel. Just to hedge their bets, Ahab and Jezebel welcome the worship of other gods, specifically Baal. Elijah was sent by God to challenge that attitude. Here's a little video to summarize some of it.
His name means, "My God is Yahweh." Elijah. God partners with Elijah to raise a widow's son from the dead. It shows God's power to create life out of death. Creating new life as a theme continued throughout the rest of the biblical story. During Ahab's reign, Israel had turned away from Yahweh, but instead of ditching them, Yahweh sends Elijah to bring them back. In a showdown between Yahweh and a god named Baal, Elijah sets the stage to see who the one true God is. "Let's sacrifice bulls, and we'll pray to see whose God can light them on fire." Elijah prays to Yahweh and drenches his bull. Fire rains down from the skies. Everyone realizes Baal is fake, and Israel turns back to Yahweh. Elijah and his disciple Elisha head down to the Jordan River. Suddenly, Elijah is pulled directly into the sky. He never really dies because he's been partnering with the life giver all along.
The part of Elijah's story that we will hear today is the very end. His work is done, and it is time to become one with his God. Elijah had a really difficult life. Speaking up and challenging the powers that be is hard, and it won't make you popular. A lot of his life, he probably felt very isolated and alone and unrecognized. There's this poignant story when Elijah is chased by Jezebel's army into the mountains. He finds a place to hide, and he sits there alone and depressed. An angel helps him keep him fed and clothed. Now, I want you to keep that background of Elijah's struggle in your mind as we hear today's scripture reading of his last days on earth. The man who pushed back against the world and felt so alone in his work is given a retirement party like no one has ever seen before. And as you hear it, imagine how it would make you feel if you were Elijah.